Hey everyone, Zenorox76 here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going over how to build a Minecraft fortress. So this tutorial should be pretty easy. All you need to know is how to build these 5 things, and then we're going to put them together like Lego pieces. So if you can do Legos, you can make this build. And let's get started. So this is the layout. This is how I'm doing it, and this is what it'll look like in the end. So let's get started with our time lapse. Alright, so you're going to see me building up these blocks about 14 blocks high using stone bricks. We're going to do this 8 times on each of the blue wool blocks that I have placed down. Next, we're going to be filling this in with our smooth stone. On a couple of areas, we're going to poke out some windows, but right now we're just going to fill this in to make this look a little bit easier for you guys to follow. We're going to do this on all 4 sides. And next, we're going to be filling up the top of our build with stone bricks, and we're going to adding some supports on the bottom. Some of these features are optional, but these are just my own tastes. And now we're going to be adding this nice little decoration with stairs and slabs in order to frame our window nicely. And then we're going to be adding our stairs all around the build using stairs and slabs. And then filling in our roof, and then we're going to fill in our slabs all around the side as well. So now I'm going to give you guys a nice little run around. Hopefully this little 360 view after helps you guys out to figure out if you missed any spots. But here's what the view looks like, and let's move on to the next time lapse. So this next part of the time lapse, we're going to be going over how to build the front gate of your build. So this is going to be 9 blocks high using stone bricks yet again, and we're also going to be adding supports on each of the corners 4 blocks high. Next, we're going to be adding our little gate, which is just going to be a nice little area, and then we're going to be framing our build as well and repeating this process on both sides, mirroring it almost exactly. And then we're going to be filling this area in with smooth stone, and we're going to add a gate as well. Now, I chose to use oak fences. However, you can use spruce, jungle, acacia, whatever you want. And as well, you can make this higher if you want to make it able for horses to get through as well. But I just decided to make it 2 blocks high for humans to get through, Minecraft humans. And then we're going to be adding our little supports here, and you'll see that I'm actually adding dispensers. And this means that we can, when we're on our walkway up there, we can shoot arrows out at any kind of enemies. And I think it's kind of fun, a fun little feature that we can add to our build. And as well, we're going to be doing the same thing on the other side with our planks. And we're gonna add a couple of details here and there, optional. But yeah, then we'll just fill in the top part and we should be done after this. Great, so I'll give you the nice little 360 view. So our front side is actually slightly different from the back side. So the back side, we actually use slabs and cobbles and walls, but the front side uses dispensers. So this is optional, you can decide to do it however you want. But going to the next build, we're gonna be building our cobblestone walls. Or actually stone brick walls. So these are going to be also 9 blocks high, and as well we're going to be framing it again, and then we're actually going to add a nice little kind of door looking feature. Now this wouldn't realistically actually be a door because they're going to be all over the side of the build, but it kind of looks like a nice little door when you're done because it has buttons and wood, and it's going to be shaped using our smooth stone stairs and walls. And it'll give it a nice shape to the build. And please keep watching till the end because you actually see a couple ways that we can actually customize this. So yeah, we're going to be adding our slabs and our walls again and repeat this process exactly the same on both sides. So hopefully this should be a pretty easy wall tutorial to follow because you're pretty much doing the same thing 100 different times. Yeah, and then we're just going to be filling the walls in and filling in the top with slabs. And so to give you guys a nice little full view, you can see that we have our nice little wall design full of lots of depth and lots of detail, but it shouldn't be too overwhelming. This is definitely something that anyone can build. So I hope you guys are able to try it. Now this next build is a bit larger. We're going to be doing it 12 blocks high using our stone bricks yet again, and we're going to repeat this process on all of our little pink walls that we've laid out. Now these pink walls are laid apart by 2 blocks, and each side is going to be 13 blocks long. And once we fill in our stone bricks all the way, we're going to be creating a nice little texture using our logs and our spruce planks. Now again, I'll show you some ideas on how to customize this in the end. There are a million different ways that you can change these builds though, so don't feel restricted to the ideas that I show you either. But yeah, we're going to be working our way all the way around on all 4 sides of the build. Hopefully this tutorial is pretty easy to follow. That was really my intention with this video. I really wanted to think about it as like you build these 5 things and then you can put them together in any kind of shape or size that you want, whatever fits your needs. It doesn't even need to be on a fully flat biome either. You can definitely like find out ways to put this on a hill or any kind of desert biome even, who knows. And then we're going to be framing our top end again with stone bricks and filling in the that all the way around, and then we're going to be adding another little frame 3 blocks high, or I believe 4 blocks high, and we're going to frame that again on all 4 sides as well. And then once we complete that, we're going to add some detail using our walls, and then we're just going to add a nice little curved shape using our stairs. And we can repeat this process on all 4 sides. However, feel free to vary it in whatever way you want, and ignore my little misclick with the stairs. I'll fix it later, but so we're going to be repeating this process a couple more times, and as well we're going to be adding our upside down staircases above, which will be used to make a nice little castle roof style. And again, this is our last side here, filling these corners in once again and adding our walls. And then once we finish that, we're going to be adding our stone bricks on top, and we're going to be filling in with some slabs on each of the corners and in between the stone bricks. And then after we've done this, we're going to be filling in our roof using slab blocks. So you might notice this sort of build is actually a little bit larger than my normal build. I normally do more like houses and small forts, but I really wanted to do something a little bit bigger, but I was worried that I would create something that would be too hard or too convoluted. But I thought that if I had just reduced it to like 5 things, it's like 5 little things that you can make one big thing with. And I hope that idea really works effectively when you're making this in your own survival world or creative world. So again, we're going to be building our final tower. This one's going to start off with 9 blocks high of stone bricks, and we're going to be making the middles actually a little bit shorter. You can vary a lot of these details depending on what you do in your own build, so don't worry about copying exactly, but if you want to, it shouldn't be too hard to do so. So we're going to be filling the insides again with smooth stone, and then we're going to be adding our spruce logs 9 blocks high starting from the tallest stone brick point. And we're going to do this on all the corners and in the middle as well. And then we're going to be adding a nice little frame with our plank blocks. And you might notice there's a little gap there that we filled in using our stone brick slabs. So we're going to do this process on all 4 sides, making it perfectly symmetrical on either axis. And then we're going to be filling in our spruce logs on all sides, sticking out 1 block. And now because it sticks out, it creates a gap, and then we're going to fill that in with our oak stairs. Feel free to change the materials of any of these towers or walls or whatever you want to do with whatever material you have available to you. So that's one thing you can do. And now this roof is going to be +4, +3, and +2. So, and then we're going to go fill in our oak planks. I like to do this first because it makes it easier to fill in our stair blocks after. And then we'll add in our slabs on top, and we're going to be framing this with our spruce wood. I think it makes a nice little detail in the end. When you look at it, it kind of pops a little bit more from the ground or from an aerial view. So that's one reason why I do that. However, you can also decide to make the roof different however you like it. So for this part, we're going to add another little side roof. It's going to be elevated and pushing out slightly. and it's going to be a little bit smaller than our main roof, and it's going to stick out on both sides. However, you can make it stick out on one. You can just negate this process entirely. We're going to repeat this process on this side as well. So you'll notice we're doing it +2, +1, and +1. It'll be a pretty small roof, and then we're also going to frame this with our spruce wood as well. And then lastly, we're going to add a couple little details to fill in our upper roof part, and we're going to fill in this with white wool. And then each of the windows is going to receive oak fence as a window. And then we're also going to fill in our little corners using spruce wood. Doesn't really matter how you do it as long as you're consistent. We're going to be adding a little flagpole. This is pretty much as organic as a lot of my builds will get. But we're going to be kind of spam clicking until we get a shape that we like, kind of curving it back with as if it's blowing in the wind. And then I like to do this first with white wool just to get an idea for the shape, and then I'll fill it in with whatever colors I want after. So I'm going to use mostly red wool texture and a little bit of light gray wool as well. So this looks nice. This looks like a little bit of a fort. And then what we're going to do is we're going to give you a nice little 360 view so that you guys can really look at this if you're trying to recreate it. And as well, we're going to have both towers on the back right and back left of our build. So they'll look very nice side by side like that, very symmetrical. And now to give you guys a quick tour before we go over ways you can customize your build, we're just going to fly through, get a look at the buildings, show off one way that you can arrange these structures in order to make a nice little fort for yourself. Now if you want to add more buildings inside, shops inside, I would definitely recommend that because right now it looks a little bit plain without any of that stuff in. But now let's get into different ways that you can customize your build. So our first way is with these walls. So if you don't like all this wood or you don't have a lot of wood in your game, feel free to change this to stone and cobblestone. I actually like this texture quite a bit. I just figured I'd show you guys the wood variation first because it's a little bit more complicated, but not by much. And if you don't like these dark textures as well, you can change them to oak wood and oak planks. And as well, feel free to change the flags to whatever color you desire. For this example, I chose blue and red because I think they're very nice colors for a castle or a fortress. So I hope you guys enjoyed this build. If you enjoyed this tutorial, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Bye!